Here's a question economics spent 200 years assuming it had answered. As a country gets richer, do its people get happier? Every GDP target, every growth plan, every policy speech rests on, obviously, yes. Then in 1974, an economist named Richard Easterlin actually checked, and the data refused to cooperate. He found 3 patterns that don't fit together. Pattern 1. Within any country, richer people report being happier than poorer people, reliable everywhere. Pattern 2. Across countries, huge income gaps produce surprisingly small happiness gaps. And pattern 3, the shocker, countries that grew dramatically richer over decades showed almost no rise in reported happiness. Money buys happiness inside a country, but somehow not between countries or across time. That's the Easterlin paradox. Why would that be? Explanation 1. You don't experience your income, you experience your rank. Humans measure themselves against neighbors, colleagues, in-laws, and when everyone's income doubles, nobody moves up the ladder. Because the ladder rises with you. Absolute income grew. Relative position, the thing that itches, didn't. Status is a zero-sum game that growth cannot win. Explanation 2. The treadmill. A new car is thrilling for about 3 months. Then it becomes the baseline, invisible, just your car, and the itch returns, pointing at the next thing. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation. Happiness returns to its set point while possessions pile up around it. You run, the belt moves, you stay in place. Explanation 3. Thresholds. Money buys enormous happiness when it lifts you out of poverty. Food security, safety, medicine, a roof. Those gains are real and permanent, but above sufficiency, each extra rupee buys less and less feeling. The first lakh changes your life, the 10th changes your furniture. But science is a contact sport, and decades later came the counterattack. Stevenson and Wolfers rebuilt the analysis with far bigger global datasets and found that richer countries are, on average, happier. And they found no clean point where money stops mattering. The truce that emerged is subtle. The link is real, but logarithmic. Each doubling of income buys roughly the same increment of satisfaction, from 20,000 to 40,000, one step up, from 20 lakh to 40 lakh, the same single step at 50 times the price. Money never stops working, it just gets exponentially more expensive per unit of joy. So, what survives for policy? This. GDP measures what a nation produces, not what its people feel. Growth is most precious exactly where it clears the poverty threshold, which is why growth genuinely is welfare in a country like India, where millions are still crossing from scarcity into sufficiency. The paradox bites later after the basics are won. India is buying happiness at the steepest, most rewarding part of the curve. And for your own life, the paradox is quietly a personal finance course. Buy your way out of scarcity. That purchase always works. Refuse to race the neighbors. That race has no finish line. And spend on what resists adaptation. Experiences, relationships, health, time. The purchases that don't become invisible in 3 months. So does money buy happiness? Yes, the way fuel buys speed, powerfully at first, less with every gear, and never while you're staring at the other car. If this changed what you do with your next raise, there's more where that came from.